Welcome to the challenge of visualization of data for decision making from team number 7. The introduction to the challenge. The challenge objective was to analyze and visualize relevant information from a dataset through the use of Python programming language. The particular objective was to generate a descriptive and predictive analysis of a gender-related dataset in order to evaluate women's conditions and its evolution throughout the years and between regions. The data from the dataset was gender statistics from the World Bank, and the last updated was on July 24, 2023, and the download date was from August 2020, 2023. Introduction to the dataset. The objective of the dataset is to collect data of women and men in conditions such as security, schooling, life expectancy, labor force, and employment, etc. In this database, we can observe various questions aimed at inquiring about the opportunities that women have in different fields, comparing them with the opportunities that men have. This creates a more direct comparison of how inequality is perceived in different years and in different countries. The original dataset is with 6,192 observations with 62 variables. 17 of them are qualitative and the rest are quantitative. The countries evaluated are 144. The years to go through 1980 to 2022, and there are 60 indicators. These are some of the examples.
So for the data cleaning, we followed the following steps. First, we eliminated irrelevant data. We found no duplicate data, no structural errors. We did find outliers, but we decided to keep them. And we also eliminated the missing data. That left us a database with more than 3,000 observations and 41 variables.
This is our dashboard in Looker Studio, and if we can see, we have two questions. In the right part, we have the which duration has the more expected years of the school, and if we can see the most blue in this part is North America because only includes Canada and USA, but in this region, this is the more expected years of schooling than the inhabitants. And in the other part, our question, how was the life expectancy change over the time? The life expectancy has increased dramatically in other regions over the time, but if you can see the women's had a more average life expectancy than the men's in over the world. And if we can see the other two questions is how was the role of women in the family changes over the years? And if we can see in all the database in 1992, only just the 69.5% of the countries saying yes that a woman has able to have a household. And in 2022, this percentage increased to 86% in the countries. And our question is which region have the more labor force? And if we can see the most one is the North America, but the next one is followed by Asia and South Pacific.
So here's our dashboard in Python. We first wonder if nowadays do women and men have the same opportunities when working in an industrial job in Latin America. And we found that 83% of the countries do have the same conditions. But we wonder if it has changed over time. So we made a histogram comparing 1992 and 2021. And we saw that in 1992, most of the countries had a range between 15 and 20% of female employment in the industry. And in 2021, it has actually decreased to most of the countries having a percentage of below 10%. So there has been a setback. Another indicator was the percentage of overweight women. We wondered how does it vary between regions. And we found that countries from Asia and Pacific and Arab states presented percentages of overweight with a high variation. This means that there's countries with a very low percentage and there's countries with a very high. That's why the violent flag looks like that, very elongated. But overall, the countries have a percentage of between 40% and 80% of overweight female adults. Another indicator was the adult infertility rate. We found that we wondered how does it vary, and we found that in 2021, Africa presented the highest fertility rate, with 50% of the countries with around 60 to 120 births per 1,000 women, and Europe and North America had the lowest fertility rate. We also did a predictive analysis by focusing on Mexico. First, we did a correlation metrics to identify those variables that related the most. We chose just two of them, which was the percentage of female enrolled in tertiary school and how does it affect for the adults and fertility rate. So we did find a relationship, and the correlation between them was minus 0.9, which is negative. And so the higher the percentage of women enrolled in tertiary education, the lower the adult infertility rate is. We did our predictive analysis, and we had a coefficient of determination of 0.11 with that equation.
And this is our executive summary. The first points is about the Python charts, and the other one is the Looker Studio. And this was reference, and thank you.